As I was saying in the first part, I don't know if you, this is in order because I'm doing a couple of takes of this, but Peggy Kane did also confirm that Planet X has the Anunnaki. They're not our enemies. It's just that we need to claim our own power, and Ea is the creator of our whole Homo sapien race. So please, we need to go back to the ways of the red race, which is the indigenous race, learn to ascend on our own, and give Mother Earth a chance to have her Eden back, okay? Because we've been walking around lost for a long time. So if you're planning on staying on Earth, that's what I recommend. And I'm going to go through this so you know what I'm talking about. This is Robert Morning Sky's work. I hope I do an okay job. Hopefully he'll come back and fill in all the missing pieces, okay? So Terra Papers 2, page 1. The galaxy is home to millions of beings. Humanoids is the rule, it's not the exception. And the reptilian Aryans are the oldest star races. They descended from the dinosaur ancestors, and they are very good at reprogramming minds. Now the Sirius, they're the Canis kings, they're the dog star. They're the devourers, they're barbaric. They have the DK warriors, they devour flesh. There was a union with the Sirius and the Orion queens. Zeus was thrown out, one of the bloodlines of the Sirius kings. His empire was eliminated. He had outposts on Mars and Venus. Okay, so Zeus would have been a crocodile-dog hybrid if he was in line with the snake queens, which were reptilian, and the Sirius, which were dog canis, doggy-looking. Irudu, it's rebuilt, and because it was destroyed, it was part of it was Tiamat. It smashed in and started orbiting on its own. Anu sent Ea, and Ea is also known as Anki. He's a geneticist scientist to rebuild Irudu. Enlil replaced Ea, Anki, as the Lord of Command on Earth. This is a bit of Terra Papers 1. It just reviews it in Terra Papers 2. Ape beast hybrids, and they were used to serve the lords and masters because the Anunnaki were working too much. They wanted to go on strike and throw Enlil out. So Ea wanted the Adamus race to be free-willed. He didn't want them to be enslaved. He knew what enslavement was. He felt that he was always bowing down to these bloodlines and this royalty. So Ea never knew freedom. And remember, Barbara Brown in Willalawa Press talks about human DNA. It's a form of reptilian, which is the inner brain. The middle brain is mammalian, and the forebrain is owl, from the angel star system far away, which was donated to Ea so that the Adamus race could have some passion. Okay? So the human is supposed to claim their Earth for their own. That is Ea's recommendation. He is from Balaadius, which is Palladians. He took off there. The prophecy now is to fight for man and Irudu. And see, remember Earth, George Cavalli says that Earth is going to become a star, and you have three outcomes. You can go with the Greys, and you can go with Lucifer and the false light, which is in a good symbol. Both of those are not recommended. And follow your own soul, be your own master, and stay on Eden. 2012, Earth becomes a star. And as it becomes a star, the underground bases will be destroyed. And so that's the deception of the ETs. So don't do it. They've been doing it for a long time, sticking it to us. And with this electronic web that they've had around us, Planet X comes in, takes the web down, we go back to a magnetic type of Earth. Okay? Check out the Ascension links on CanadaStreetNews.com, November the 18th. The Earth has its own light. It'll have its own light, and we will be living off light. And remember, there's three ETs fighting for power here. The Reptilian Dracos, which is the Rebel Orion faction, rebel from the Snake Queens, which formed with Ra, the fake Marduk sun god. Marduk was the son of Ea. They formed with him. And then the Shetty lizards, which were they look like greys. But the Reptilian Dracos, they control the greys. And then there's the praying mantises, which are the peaceful ones. They live off the light. And I've put those up on November the 17th, CanadaStreetNews.com. Please see that. Okay, so the Iesus, they were the teachers of Ea. Remember, Ea was angry with Enlil. Enlil calls himself Yahweh. He gives the beast the secrets of God, the knowledge for mating and pleasure. And so therefore the beasts, which are called the Adapus when they're in the garden, they prefer pleasure above all versus labor. Remember the Akhu, the AKHU, gave passion to the beast, the forebrain, the angel DNA. They became the children of the feather. The natives and the blacks have more bird DNA, forebrain. That's why they want a microchip in the right hand or the forehead when you get the mark of the beast. And the beast is a reptilian, Dracos. And the lizards have always played God. After they kicked Ra out from Egypt, they just kept business as usual, and they kept playing Ra. They took Enlil's and Ea's teachings and changed everything. The more confusion there is on the planet, the better. Anyway, Adamus, Enlil was very jealous of Ea's creation of the human race. And the Adamus was, he called them muse or monsters, monster creatures. So what happened was that Ea became evil. He became anti-state, according to the lizards. He was called the Dia Ea, which is Creator Ea, and the Baal, Father Lord. Creator Ea, Father Lord, became Bada Ea Baal, Diablo, devil. That's a snake in the garden. See how we've been messed up? Adapus were called the wise ones. They stayed in the garden because they had monitored sex. They became the Ebrews. They were the Hebrews from Nibiru. They honored remember Nibiru, Planet X is just like a planet flag. It's a flagship that comes in every 3,600 years, messes with our gravitational pull, and causes flooding and stuff too. But that carries the Anunnaki. It's a spaceship. They just hollow out planets and fly around like that on orbits. So, okay. So it's interesting. Circumcision is an ID to the covenant of Enlil, and this is part of the work that I put on Canada Street News. It's from onkeyspeaks.com. So Enlil, to identify people that pledged allegiance to Enlil, the men would circumcise themselves because the Adamus race actually, the original race, has a foreskin on it, just like the primitive man on Earth has a foreskin. So the Anunnaki didn't have a foreskin, so they wanted to show that they had allegiance to Enlil, which were the Hebrews, and thus they used the circumcision as that. That's an aside. That's not even in Terra Papers 2, but I thought it was interesting, so I threw this into the video. Okay, so that's their allegiance. Yeah, Ea also had a mystery school. And there was also a mystery school that Enlil had, so they had secret societies. Enlil created a secret school, a mystery school for the Enlilites, the Adapus that were serving Enlil, and they were called the Brotherhood of the Snake. One snake, tribute to the Orion Snake Queens. So this later becomes the Illuminati, the symbol of the one snake, and that's the Prince Enlil's teachings. Ea gets an idea. He gives the beasts also these secrets as well. And he has a meeting place. It's in the caves, and the meeting place has the words, or it's the place of the word. It's called the teachings, or the Techeleas, the cherish, also known as the church or Shorosh. You can look at Terra Papers 2. It goes into different spellings of it. So Ea created the first early church, and it gave hope to the beast. It taught him survival skills, hunting, and how to use fire and build shelters. And the beast learned eagerly. So the beast gave him more of the hidden arts, like the Enlil mystery school ones. So there's two mystery schools. The cave had secret meetings. Iesus were the teachers of these secrets. The Ea was known as the wise ones. Children of Ea were the Iesus, children of the serpent. And his symbol was two snakes going up a spine like Kundalini energy, two snakes entwined. So it's the brotherhood of, it's not the brotherhood of the snake, which is Enlil's, it's Ea's faction. And that's the Kundalini energy that we see that nobody knows what it's all about. It's and it's got the wings. I think the pharmacy has that one too. So Ea was called the Lord Serpent, serpent seducer in Eden, and the Iesus were the teachers that lead the way of life of free will. Barbara Brown talks about the Iesus, that the lizard race is very afraid of that word Iesu, Iesu, which is because the lizards basically took over the faction for Enlil and Ea and kept everything going. And they also kicked out Ra. So remember, there's a fight with the Sirius and the Orion Snake Queens. There's a warrior faction of Sirius, which you'll see later, which forms different religion, and also the Orion faction, which is the rebel reptilians. And somewhere along the line, the reptilian Dracos were dumped here, and I have videos on November the 17th or 16th. It's that week of, I go in weeks. So